Alright guys, so this is not normally so much about the installation, but or teaching you how to remove things, but we now have our JBL speaker. Originally it had 4 tabs. We cannot get them in the car with all 4 tabs, so I've chopped 2 of them off. And as I was saying, how it hits the bottom support, which we cannot chop because it is metal, and it would be a bad idea. We've put some foam around the edge. The stuff you can get from Bunnings is relatively cheap. I think it's like $11 for a roll, but it's about that wide, it's about that fat, and all we're going to do is use that to seal up the gap. Okay, I have soldered on the terminals here. It's a much better connection than using terminals, much less likely to come off. But we have put terminals on this end because we don't want to modify the vehicle in any way. Okay, we've drilled 2 holes for the new speaker. I've done a test fit, so I know this thing works. I'm going to poke our wires out the side. Again, be very careful with the windscreen and drop our speaker down. So that is it in place. It will squash down to about there. That's as low as it will go before it hits the metal underneath, and even if it did, it would then hit the 2 bits of plastic on the side. So we have our 2 new screws. They are gold. That is all I have on hand at the moment. Doesn't really matter. Drop those on. Now again, be very careful with the windscreen. Hope I can find the hole at the back there. There we go. Just take your time tightening up speaker screws. The last thing you want is for your screwdriver to pop off and go through your nice new speaker. Would not be good. Okay, so I'll suck that down a little bit. I don't want it too tight as to pull these down because that will warp the speaker. We don't want to do that, but that is nice. You can see how that's billowed out a little bit. That means it's compressed quite nicely. Now, I have my speaker wire. This is 16 gauge, oxygen free, and it's color coded a gold and a silver. Typically speaking, in my line of work, gold is positive. It looks like red. It's as good a reason as any. On Holden's, for most of the older generation, the tan and grey is the left-hand front speaker, as you can see, and on these ones the tan is positive, grey is negative. If you want to know, we call that top of the T negative, because this is in the shape of a T, and as you can see, grey being at the top of the T is the negative wire. That's a really good way of thinking of things, so if you're not sure on polarity on the other colours, positive, negative, and if you match them all up, they should all be in phase. So I'll put positive at the bottom, negative at the top, and that is that front speaker connected. Now we'll put tape around there later on, but right now that is all I need to do, because I can go through and check it, turn the radio on, make sure I've got sound, and take it from there. And then we do the same on the driver's side, and that is the front speakers finished.